Today for math, we are going to start off with a brain pop about tally charts and bar graphs, and then we are going to be working on lesson 14-4 where we practice using tally charts and making graphs. All right, so let's watch our brain pop first and then we'll get into our math.
Where should we go on our next class trip? The zoo, the firehouse, or the apple orchard? I'm taking a survey and making a tally chart. What are surveys and tally charts? A survey is a list of questions used to collect information or opinions. Let's see. There are 3 dinosaurs here. Let's take a survey to find out which one our classmates like best. We can use a tally chart to record data or information. Let's see, Moby likes the Stegosaurus the best. You can draw 1 tally mark to stand for 1 vote. 5 kids like the Triceratops. So I'll draw 5 tally marks in that row. 1, 2, 3, 4. The 5th mark is drawn across the other 4. Well, when you group the tally marks by 5s, you can count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20. Sets of 5s are easier to count. 7 kids like the T-Rex. So after I draw 5 tally marks, I can add 2 more to make 7. Oh, right. I forgot to vote. My favorite dinosaur is the Triceratops. I'll add a tally mark to that row. It's really easy to add to tally charts. Now I can count the votes and use the tally chart to make a bar graph. What is a bar graph? A bar graph is a way to organize and show data. You can write the categories on the bottom. The 3 dinosaurs are the categories. Then you can write the numbers on the side. The numbers in our bar graph show how many people voted for each dinosaur. Let's see. 1 student liked the Stegosaurus the best, so I fill in 1 square. 6 people voted for the Triceratops, so I color in 6 squares. 7 people said the T-Rex was their favorite dinosaur. You can also put the categories on the left and the numbers on the bottom. You can display the same information in a different way so you can understand it better. How can you use bar graphs to understand information? Bar graphs help you answer questions. Which dinosaur did people in our class like the best? Right, the T-Rex is the most popular. Which dinosaur did people like the least? The Stegosaurus got 5 fewer votes than the Triceratops. You can even use the bar graph to figure out the total number of students who voted. Just add the votes from each category. 14 kids voted in all. I'm almost done with the survey on where to go for our next class trip. So far, the zoo is the most popular. It has 16 votes. But I don't have your vote yet, Moby. Where do you want to go? The moon? I don't think the bus will get us there.
Okay, so let's see if we start our math work over here, what we can talk about with tally marks today.
Let's look at the tally marks and count them. How many tally marks are there? There are 3 tally marks. Each tally mark stands for one piece of information. Look at these tally marks. Count the tally marks by fives. 5, 10, 15, 20. How many tally marks are there? There are 20. If the tally marks stand for red objects in a classroom, how many red objects were found? 20 red objects were found. So, each group of 5 tally marks stands for 5 pieces of information.
Okay, so each time we see these lines in a group, we get 1, 2, 3, 4, and then number 5 goes across and connects them all. So we can count each one if we want, or we can just look at that group and know that there is 5.
How many red letters do you see in mathematics? There are 5 red letters. Make tally marks to show how many letters are red. How many tally marks do you see? There are 5 tally marks. How were the tally marks made? They were made with 4 straight lines and 1 line across.
So you would start off here and do 1, 2, 3, 4. When you get to number 5, instead of making another line down, you go across and connect them all. Then if you need to make another one, you leave a little space and start again.
Keeping a tally makes it easy to count the data. Count the tally marks by fives. 5, 10. Then count on by ones. 11, 12, 13. How many tally marks are in the tally?
So we know they counted to 13. It's okay if you want to count every line, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Or if it's easier for you to count by fives, 5, 10, 11, 12, 13.
There are 13. Now you know how to use tally marks to count data.
Okay, so you will need this paper today. We're going to work on this together to practice making tally marks and keeping count that way. All right, so on the front of your page, it says color, and then it has 5 lines and a box for tally marks at the bottom. I'm going to work on it on the board. You can work on it on your page along with me. So if you need to pause the video and do some writing, you can. So we're going to start off here by picking a color, and I'm going to pick the color green up here. And what I'm going to do is look around the room that I'm in or the house that I'm in, and I'm going to try to find some things that are green and write them down. So I have a green magnet right there. And I have a green plant in my house. All right, and I can see in the laundry basket there are some green socks. Let's see, what else do I have that's green? I have a green marker. And I know in my kitchen I have some broccoli that's green. I'm not sure if broccoli has 2 C's or 1. Maybe 2. So we have some things that are green there. So now in the box at the bottom, we can count 1, for the magnet, 2 for the plant, 3 for the socks, 4 for the marker, and then when I get to number 5, I'm going to go across for the broccoli. So I found 5 things that were green around my house. If you want to pick a different color and look for things around your house that are that color, you can. If you want to pause the video and go write down some things, you can pick any color you want. Try to find 5 things that are that color and then practice making 5 tally marks at the bottom. You could do it with 2 colors. There's enough room on your paper. You have 2 boxes there for 2 different colors. Okay, if you are ready, go ahead to the inside. And we're going to work on that part together. So you can pause the video if you want to go find some things around your house that are that color. Then when you're ready, go ahead and play again and we'll do the inside together. So we're looking over here at the socks. There are green socks, orange socks, and blue socks. When I'm counting up the socks, I'm going to make a tally mark for each color sock that I have. Then I'll count the tally marks and write the number that tells how many. The first one for green is already done for us, so we just need to trace it. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On next to green on the line, we're going to trace 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, 5 goes across, and then 1 more for 6. And then we're just going to trace the number 6 to tell how many green socks. Go ahead and do your tracing, practice counting. Down below for orange socks, let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now go over to where your empty space is next to orange, and you are going to make tally marks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 5 goes across, 5. And then you're going to write a 5 on the line. Let's fill in the chart for the blue socks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right, I'm going to make my tally marks up here so that you can work along with me. For 13. We ready? You should be doing it right here on your page. I'm going to be working up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 goes across, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 goes across because it's the 5th one in the group, 11, 12, 13. So in the box next to the blue socks, you should have a group of 5, another group of 5, and then 3 extra. In the box, you are going to write the number 13 to tell me that there were 13 tally marks for blue socks. Okay, so let's go down to number 2 and answer the question, which color has the most? Well, we had 6 for green, 5 for orange, and 13 for blue. Out of those numbers, which one is the biggest number or has the most? Blue. 13 is bigger than 6 and bigger than 5. So on the line for number 2, you're going to write the color word blue. Go down to number 3. How many more blue socks than orange socks are there? Since they're lined up over here, we could find our extras. So we have same, blue and orange, remember? Same, 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 same. Then we can count our extras. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we would know that there are 8 more blue socks than orange socks. If we didn't have a picture there to help us, we would do a subtracting problem to find this out. We would do 13 because we had 13 blue socks, and we would take away 5 because there were 5 orange socks that were the same as the blue. If I'm at 13 and I jump back 5 jumps, or I take away 5, I will land on 8. So 8 is our answer to number 3. There are 8 more blue socks than orange socks. Number 4 says, how many green and orange socks are there in all? So we are putting those two things together as an adding problem, the green and the orange. We have a picture, so we could count all the green and orange together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Or we could make an adding problem. There were 6 green plus 5 orange. And when we find the answer to 6 plus 5, we get 11 as our answer. So for number 4, we're going to write 11 on the line. Okay, when you are ready, move over. All right, we have a spinner here with a shirt, shorts, and a shoes, or a shoe. And what they want us to do is spin. And each time we spin, or each time we land on something by spinning, we make a tally mark for that thing. So in order for me to do this, I've got to put my paper down flat. Okay, and I need a paper clip. If you have a paper clip at your house, you can use it. Maybe you have, you don't have a paper clip. If you have dice at your house, you can say, well, the shirt is number 1, the shorts are number 2, and the shoe is number 3. And you can roll the dice. So if you land on 1, 2, or 3, you will get it. All right, I'm going to try to do my spinner here with one hand. A little tricky there, but we landed on shorts. So we would make 1 tally mark for shorts. Then I would go back and do it again and land it on shirt. So I would make 1 tally mark for shirt. Then I go back. Let's see here. I might have to move this in order to give it a little spin. And this time I landed on shoes, so 1 tally mark for shoe. So if you can do this on your own, go ahead. If you want to do it 20 times or 10 times, make your tally marks each time you land on something, then write the number to show how many, and then answer the questions at the bottom. Okay? So you can pause the video and do that for a few minutes. And then when you are ready, go to the back and press play again, and we'll work on the back together. Number 8 says, Beth wants to know how many of each color cap she and her brothers have. Help her by making a tally for the picture. So the first thing we need to do is fill in the chart by making tally marks. Blue caps, green caps, and purple caps. So just like we did with the socks, we're going to count for the blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then we're going to make tally marks down below. Watch up here. In your box, you're making it next to blue. I'm making it up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 goes across. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 goes across, 11, 12. So 12 tally marks looks like this. You should be writing it here in the box. And then at the end, you're going to write the number 12 to show how many tally marks you made for blue caps. When you're ready, let's do the green caps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you are going to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 tally marks in the box next to green. And then you're going to write number 5. For purple caps, we count 1, 2, 3. So this time you are going to make 1, 2, 3. 3 tally marks next to purple. And then write number 3 to show how many you counted. All right, let's answer a question here. Number 9 says, what color cap do they have the least of? Least is a math word that means the smallest amount. So for blue, we had 12. For green, we had 5. And for purple, we had 3. Out of those numbers, 12, 5, and 3, which is the smallest number? 3 is the smallest, but they want to know what color cap it was. So we are writing the word purple on the line for number 9. Here is the word purple. You are writing it here for number 9. Number 10 wants us to compare two colors. How many more blue caps than green caps are there? So we are looking at blue and green. We can see, since we have a picture, how many are the same and how many extras. We can also make a subtracting problem. Blue had 12. We take away 5 because that was the same as the green. Green had 5. And we can find our answer. Now, maybe you are using a picture. If you want to draw 12 dots and cross out 5 of them, that's fine. Maybe you need to use your number line still. Look on your folder, start on 12 and jump back 5 times, or your name tag, and see what you landed on. But if you've been practicing your math facts, you might already know 12 minus 5. If I start on 12 and I take away 5, I will have 7 left. 7 is the answer for number 10. Number 11, how many more blue caps than purple caps? We are also comparing this time. This time we are looking at blue and purple. So we're going to start with 12 for the blue and take away 3 for the purple. And then we are looking for our answer. Same thing as before. If you want to draw a picture of 12 dots and cross out 3 of them, you can. If you're using your number line, start on 12 and go back 3 jumps. Remember, the minus sign means we go backwards, we take away. So if we start on 12 and we jump back 3 times, 11, 10, 9. 9 is our answer. There were 9 more blue caps than purple caps. And down at the bottom, it asks you to make up your own question about the hats in our chart. If you would like to do that and practice with somebody at your house, you can do that.